Hey everybody, welcome back to the Unsung Gamer. Alright guys, wild card round time. We're going to go into the playoffs here and see who we're going to end up facing in the divisional playoff. So let's go ahead and get started. Now for the AFC divisional playoff, it'll be the Oilers and the Dolphins. To see who plays, I believe the Bills. Yep. And so let's see, it will be Miami. Miami versus the Bills. Wow. Very even game, and the score kind of bears that out. They just got past him. Looks like Warren Moon must have thrown a bad interception at the wrong time, and Miami escapes with the win against the Dolphins, or against the Oilers, pardon me. All right, let's go on to the next one, NFC divisional playoff round. Got the 49ers and Eagles. This is one you see a lot. Of course, this will be to figure out who plays the Cowboys. Any which way, it's going to be a classic. Philadelphia beat San Francisco. Steve Young just did not do well. Kind of surprised. Cunningham had a very good day. It looks like Waters had a pretty good running day. It just wasn't quite enough. Close stats, close score, kind of all coincides there. All right, let's jump over here and see who we're going to be playing. So it's the Chargers and the Steelers. Either way, we're going to play a very good defense. So, and Pittsburgh blows past San Diego. Humphreys had a really good day, but apparently just was not enough to best the Steelers. All right, going back over to the NFC. Of course, will be the third game in the divisional round. Packers and the Saints. And that will be to decide who plays the Vikings. Now, the Saints probably should win, and they do, barely. Looks like overtime there. Favre, he had a good day, just threw a pick. Of course, so did Wilson. Wilson was actually pretty bad. I'm kind of surprised they ended up winning. Of course, there's no telling. You don't see fumbles and things like that, so there's no telling how that ended up working out. But, I mean, Green Bay, they were throwing the ball all over the yard, but just was not enough to beat the Saints. All right. So now we slide into the divisional rounds. All right, Bills and the Dolphins going at each other. And Miami put up 42 points. Kelly threw a couple interceptions, probably put him in a bad position. Marino had a traditionally good day. I wish they'd show you the touchdowns he had in that, but they don't show that kind of information. All right, going over to the NFC. Who does what? Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles are a painful team to play because of what Cunningham can do, but Dallas is no fun either. Philadelphia, and Cunningham is on a tear, an absolute tear. Great job by him getting them past the Dallas Cowboys, who are the only team so far that I know of on this game that have gone undefeated, at least the seasons that we've played. All right, here we go. Browns and the Steelers, classic matchup, rematch of the previous game. Snow again. Of course, they had to come to our house. And they chose to return. So nice of them to think of me. All right. Here we go. Let's boot it. Oh, boy. Did you see how fast he got up to speed? Wow. Playoffs. Everything is heightened. Everything's a little more important. And managed to stop him for a 3-yard gain. We'll run Foster off the tackle there. I'm going to pick Foster off the tackle. Oh, he's throwing. He's throwing. I know he is. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any option but to take the deep receiver.
First down.
And of course, he comes back short, hits the tight end, I believe that was, up the side. Maybe that was his third receiver. I can't remember. Yep. Hodge is in apparently good condition. He is moving. Or not Hodge. Good grief, O'Donnell. Merrill Hodge is the fullback. He's got his choice of receivers. Very deep ball downfield. Did get the deflection, no pick. That would have been nice. I would have loved to have gotten that interception, but was not meant to be. I think he's going to go off tackle, and I'm going to try to defend it. Got him. I kind of, from the play he set up, I just kind of guessed that was what they were going to do. If I'd have been wrong, there would have probably been a wide open receiver running downfield without anybody to cover them. But I can't play defensive back and linebacker at the same time, so just have to pick and go. Okay. All right, we're going to run motion. And let's see if Bernie and his excellent arm... All right, we're just going to get some yardage here. Get a first down, nothing crazy. All right, we're going to run flare. Oh, Jackson. Wide open. Big catch, just got out of bounds.
First down.
All right. Big catch downfield. That's kind of the way we've been doing it all year, just launching them. Oh, look who's open. Now, if I got this off, man, I was hoping I got this off fast enough, but I didn't. If I'd have thrown it immediately, I might have snuck that by him, but I didn't. Unfortunately, nothing there. Just a couple yards, get out of bounds. We'll go shotgun and see if we can get Carrier in the middle, or, oh yeah, Carrier's about to be open. Awesome. Great catch. And first down. All right, we're going to run motion. I'm going to see if I can get one of my guys short here. Oh, I took a gamble right there. I felt a little bullish and went for it. The funny part was I threw it to my worst receiver. But I felt a little bit bullish and went for it, and we got it. All right, touchdown. We definitely needed that. Keep our Super Bowl hopes alive here. That would be funny because, like, the only team we've won a Super Bowl with was the Chargers, and that was the second season. So, man, it's been a while. But Chargers were such a defensive team that even when the offense really couldn't get going, most of the time the defense could just stand up to everything, and we managed to win a lot of games that way. But if we do it with this one, it's going to be on the back of the offense because the defense is not very good. All right, I am going to call a running play here. All right, I'm going to gamble here. I'm going up here. Yes, got him. So the gamble there was I called the running play of that and felt pretty comfortable, you know, calling that running play. But you know how it is when they have blockers, and if the running back can get around the corner, you can be in a lot of trouble. And so when I went diving in there, the risk I ran was that they called the running play and I'm way out of position to help make a tackle. Man, and that is why we don't do very well on returns. Of course, I haven't really had a returner yet. Just being honest, I haven't really had anybody that does returns well. Oh, dadgummit. That's my own fault right there. It went out of bounds. Okay, that's all right. That was my own fault. I stepped past the line. I hesitated because it looked like Metcalf was coming open. So I was kind of thinking, well, heck, if I can nail that shot downfield, but oh yeah, Jackson with a little speed, give him the okie doke if I can't. Gosh, they just come in so fast. They came flying in. We're gonna run flare here. I'm still far enough out that I might can get a deep shot. Not gonna happen with this one. We're just gonna get a few yards with Bernie and get out of bounds. All right, we're going to go shotgun. Oh, Jackson is open. I got to hit that quick. Touchdown. All right. So, yeah, I mean, we're just kind of hanging in. Defense is holding. A couple of good gambles by me, and so far, dadgummit, blocked again. Those kind of plays loom large, guys. They just do. All right, Woodson. I mean, this is one of them that we know how I play run, and so if one of these backs gets past me, we can be in trouble pretty quick. I'm going to gamble again. I'm going to gamble again. I called that run. Okay. Oh, and we actually got the play. Usually when you call that, the back is fast enough to get around it, and so sometimes you end up in a bad position or out of position, and they get enough of a block that you can't really stop them. Ooh, O'Donnell. He fell down. Of course, Johnson on the sack, who would you expect? But he fell down there, and so it was made a little easier to get that sack. All right, I got the deep ball. All right, hey, short, we'll take it. We can stop him, that's the question. And we did. Calling timeout. And they gonna punt. So we got a chance here to get a commanding lead if we can, if we can get the ball back downfield here. I really hate we got blocked on that extra point, but I mean, whoa, hi. I didn't end up kicking it late or anything. He just, I guess, the formula they use, he made it. Oh, man, great play there. Kozar got it away. To Kenshin, unfortunately, was the middle of the field, which is not what you... I'm going to take the sack on that one. That's not a play I like to throw a hot receiver to. Don't like throwing the hot route on that. Nobody open. We're just going to get a few yards, get out of bounds. 5-yard gain. I'm going to run flare here. I guess the hot route would, man, I'm going for it. No, I'm not. Step out of bounds. Oh, they gave it to me. Okay. All right, let's run motion. Let's send Jackson down the sideline and see if by any stretch of luck. Not going to happen, and I'm not going to throw an interception just to try to pad the score a little bit right there. We're fixing to get the ball back. Take the short one, get a few yards, and kind of live to fight another day there. 162 yards passing, 87% completion percentage, a couple touchdowns. Having a pretty good game, and Jackson kind of has come back out of his shell. He's had points in the season. He just kind of vanished. But he always seems to kind of find his way back into the mix somehow at points in the season. And right now is when we need him. We're going to do the crosser here, see if I can get... Okay, that's a linebacker on Metcalf. I'm going for it. Intercepted. Yep, should have just run for it. That was stupid. All right, I'm going to gamble. All right, got him. sometimes you just gotta take a shot, especially when you make a mistake like I did throwing that ball. I should have held on, especially knowing Metcalf's not in his best right now. So I mean, it was oh my, what a catch. And I guess he paid for it because he is out of the game. Whitestone is out. Man. All right, so we're at 3rd and 1.
Ready, set.
I think this is going to be that off-tackle run. I'm going to pull up here. Oh, no, it's the pitch. It's the pitch. It's the pitch, and we've done giving up a touchdown.
Touchdown.
Oh, man. I mean, I got pretty much immediately blocked, and that was it. Well, that stinks. All right. So the Steelers have not decided to roll over for us, and so we're going to have to get back down that field and do something. The fact that we missed that extra point or got blocked, that's looming very large right now. Because they are literally just a couple of quick scores from getting back ahead, and well, I mean, really, they're a score from getting ahead. Nope, not taking the chance. I've already thrown the pick. I'm not doing it again. I tested these defensive backs. I thought that was a linebacker. That was not a linebacker that ended up being on him. And so, just take a few yards. Was a shotgun. Ah, fell down. Could not get the hot route. And now, unfortunately, I have to punt because we've just not been able to do anything. I gotta blast this one. I got a full kick on that one. We're gonna see how that works out for us. Why not run around? Drives me nuts. All right. We'll call pass defense here. And we are literally kind of scrapping with them right now. Oh, man. I'm going to hate it if I end up losing this game on that interception. I'm really going to hate it. All right, called shotgun again. No dice on that one. They did throw the ball. All right. Incomplete. We'll take it. Calling shotgun. Nope. Same play again. All right, O'Donnell went for the run. Stop him for a 10-yarder. And they are going to punt. It's a good thing that happened now, because if we were in the 4th quarter, they would have just continued going. All right, Ford going to get the ball. We got to score, guys. I cannot stress how important it is we get that ball in the end zone this time.
Red 24. Red 24.
Unfortunately, nobody open. 7-yard gain real quick. All right, so 4th quarter, here it is. We have got to get that ball in the end zone. I am afraid that, oh, Jackson is open. I'm afraid if we don't, what's going to end up happening is they're going to get it and score and then be up by 1. And I'm not going to be able to get easily back into the end zone. So, all right, Kozar, let's go with that shotgun play here. And Carrier, open there. Gets a first down. Just doing whatever we can do, trying to keep the ball moving. Trying to keep the chains moving and everything. Yeah, Metcalf's going to be open. Let's get a quick pass there. Didn't get it, of course. Second down. Okay. Oh, this is where if you had a good running back, you would do something, but I don't, and so, even if I'd have left it, the way that they had it set up, oh man, I should have probably thrown that. I fumble that was out of bounds. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, so frustrating. So frustrating. I'm gambling. I'm gambling. Safety. Get down. Whew. All right. And now they have to kick. Oh. They're going to onside, obviously, but Kozar get out of bounds. They have to onside, obviously, but man. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything stupid here. Let's just get a few yards and get out of bounds this time. It's what I was trying to do down by the end zone, and I guess I just kind of hung on a little bit too long. Quick hitch there. Get Metcalf. First down.
First down.
One of the couple of plays I don't mind taking a stab at it, All right, we're going to run the motion route here. And Jackson wide open for an incomplete pass. Of course. Wide open receiver, overthrow him. I don't know. Sometimes you just have to kind of deal with it. And there's Carrier, who made the diving catch. Come on, Kozar, kind of reel it back in there, buddy. He's getting a little excited because they're fixing to go to an AFC Championship game. That's what it is. He's just a little overly zealous right now. All right, this extra point's big, and boom. That puts us up by 15. That should not be surmountable in 1 minute and 50 seconds, but this is me. And so we're gonna hold off on any celebrations until. Oh, come on. Great. He fumbles into the middle of the field, and I'm stepping out of bounds. Wow. Wow. Okay. Run motion. Nobody really open, so we're just gonna chug out here and get a few yards. I'm trying to imagine what it's gonna be like using Randall Cunningham. I'm like 90% sure I'm going to use the Eagles in the next season, just so I don't have to go back to a totally trash team immediately after playing one that really, honestly, only has a couple of really good players, and so I may do that. But I'll probably set up a challenge type season or something. I may. I got a little time to think about it, but, I think it might be cool to go, hey, touchdown. I think it may be cool to go, hey, could I get 3,000 yards passing and 1,000 yards rushing with Cunningham? Something like that. And I may do, because you guys know I usually do, well, I started out doing player of the game, and that was kind of boring because you really couldn't see all the cool stuff going on. And then I started doing just the game highlights, where you got to see, whatever I could fit into roughly a minute. The highlights that I could fit in roughly a minute, so you could see cool things like the one where Carrier broke like 4 or 5 tackles, getting a whole bunch of yards and everything. That's kind of what I've been doing, but it might be interesting, to have a different category of shorts for something like that, for a challenge watch or something. I may make up a whole new category, but we have beaten the Pittsburgh Steelers 2 times in a row. Bernie had that one pick, just bad choice on my part. I should have never thrown that ball, especially knowing that our guy Metcalf was in bad condition. That was a gamble I didn't need to take. And Bernie with 10 carries for 56 yards, That's not bad. 5.6 yards a carry for a quarterback. We can do that. But 82% completion percentage, 276 yards. Pretty good day for Kozar, for the burn. And definitely the Pittsburgh Steelers felt the burn today. So let's go ahead, since we have got one more divisional round to play, let's go ahead and skim these guys through and see who is going to be in the other side, the NFC Championship. All right. And the Saints, wow, and Wilson had a big day. 79%, 231 yards. I am assuming several touchdowns. Muster, pedestrian day for him. Allen had a really good day running. But yeah, 30-14. The Saints left absolutely no doubt they were the better team on that day. And so when we come back, we will be going through the NFC and AFC championship games. Hopefully we hang in there and make it to the Super Bowl. We do have to play the Dolphins. That's a very good offensive team, and we struggle sometimes with very good offensive teams. So hopefully we'll be able to get in there and get the Cleveland Browns to their very first Super Bowl. Wouldn't that be cool to do, at least in Tecmo Bowl? So anyhow, guys, if you like this kind of content, hit the like and subscribe. And of course, I will see you in the next game.